So, on my last trip to Tennessee and Virginia, I had an unexpected light come on my bus. It was the stop engine light, not the check engine light, the stop engine light. So, I pulled over, did a little bit of research, and what I found was that because the light wasn't blinking, it was okay. It was something I needed to investigate, take care of, but I wasn't in imminent danger of hurting the bus necessarily. I'm not entirely sure about that. But anyway, I was able to continue on, get to Lynchburg, Virginia, and I had like a few friends meet up with me there, and we took care of a few things. One of the things was to switch out the fuel filter, and that was easy enough to do. I did that in a Sam's Club parking lot. I think I made a post about that. Another thing I was told to check was my air filter. Now, my air filter is ginormous. Yes, it's big. And it is not the little piece on the inside here, like I was hoping. Instead, it's a disposable case. It comes in a disposable case. So it was big, and it was really far back in the bus. So I decided to put that on hold and see if the fuel filter took care of it. My light did not come back on again until I was on my way home, and I had like the same type of issue. The stop engine light came on, and it didn't blink. It would just come on for a period of time and then come off when I accelerated. Anyway, I decided once I got home I was going to check out the air filter. So I had a nice day. I rolled up my sleeves and I took the bus apart as much as I could in order to get that filter out. And when I got it out, I determined that what happened was my spray foam was actually inside the air filter. I really messed up big time. What I did is I actually blocked the intake accidentally. I didn't realize that the intake was the intake for the engine to go through the air filter to the engine. I thought it was somewhere else, but then when I looked closely, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally messed up. So what I've done since then is I've ripped off part of the wall on the inside. I'll put up pictures for that. And I ended up putting the piece back on to make a little channel from the top of the bus, top wall of the bus, down through the rear engine platform, I'll call it, and then to the air filter. So I don't need a special tool to take the air filter out and to replace it. My problem also is that the tag for the air filter, which is right here, was actually on the back side. I couldn't even research and find the air filter until I took it all the way out. So once I took it all the way out, I found this code or this tag, and I started researching the number. I actually had a very hard time finding it. I couldn't get it off of Amazon. I couldn't get it through Napa. This one ends in -002, and everything I found was -001. And it looked the same, but when I looked at the measurements, I noticed that the measurements were not the same. So I was like, phew, thank goodness I didn't get that 001, which looked like it would have fit. I mean, if it was gonna fit, I don't know. Maybe you would have to move hoses. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I'm new at this, like all you maybe are. So anyway, one thing that the old filter had was a date on it. And I can't remember the date, so I'm gonna look at it. This was dated 8/2/17. So I figured, okay, this filter was in for like, 6 years? So I knew I had the choice. I could have taken my air compressor and blown it out, but there was a little bit of discoloration on the bottom, and I had read about the paper filters maybe decomposing, is that what I want to say? Anyway, breaking down. So I thought, let me just get a new filter. And so I did. I found one available through, I think it was Northwest RV. And this one came from somewhere in Oregon. Well, when I got it, this date is actually 11/17/09. It's actually, 8 years 8 years older than this one. And I look at it and it has the same discoloration at the bottom. So now I'm like, dang, I should have just blown this one out. But regardless, I have it. I'm gonna put it back in and I'm gonna show you what I did to get it out and to put it back in. It's just the same thing in reverse. Okay, so wish me luck.